Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I wanted to wish you a great Epiphany. An Epiphany, there is the religious context of the Epiphany. It is the three wise men that comes to offer presents to the baby Jesus, to celebrate, to recognize his divinity. They were called to come to him. And then on the cultural level here in France, we eat this special cake with there is a little piece of something. I don't know what it's called in English, but whoever gets it get a little crown. And so but epiphany means a revelation, an understanding that changes everything, a level of transcendence. So I hope we're reaching that point. I wanted to ask, to say I'm sorry. I didn't mean yesterday. I was going through this very intense mood, and I was in resistance. And I don't mean to use this channel for psychotherapy or to express my moods. I realized the soul does not have moods. It's completely indifferent to physical pain or emotional pain. You will get what it needs to go, what it needs to get. So. But it's a relationship that left my life a few years ago, and but the soul of the person just hung on to me, and it's like kind of painful because she left me for someone else, and the soul said, "Well, don't just." Spirit says she's part of my soul family. I have to accept her presence regardless of the outside circumstances. And I started doing all kinds of number of paintings of that person, but I could never go back to finish them because it's like it's a bit painful. So anyway, we'll handle it. But we can always change our mind. We have to keep an open mind and stay, not to burn bridges. Sometimes it's okay to close bridges. Certain people will burn bridges. It's like we may never see them again. It's okay, and some people come into our life. Also, when people live our life, other people will come in. It's like sometimes we're on a port in a boat, and we're going to different ports, so going different direction. We'll eventually find ourselves back at the source someday. So it's okay. Let them go. For those who do not want to be with you, do not. Just let them be. And for the heart will do its thing. Either we fight it or we accept it. And sometimes it's easier sometimes we struggle because the ego mind is like we use the past experiences to analyze the present. And the soul has a different view. And if we respond with the same idea to a certain energy or relationship that we had from the past, we're going to repeat the same cycle. So it's about being open-minded. And allow to accept decided to allow the energy to flow without analysis, which sometimes it's easier said than done, but to get on with the flow rather than the mental process, to use humor in the process, and to sometimes to distract myself from the energy if it gets too heavy. But so it is important and also we're getting a lot of more and more information from the inside or from above, and so that's something we want to pay heed, consideration to what the soul is offering, and to say, yes, that's what I want when it's wanted. When you get some bad news, sometimes we get some bad news from the spirit realm, we're giving a chance to prevent it. Send an archangel to assist you in fixing the problem. Einstein used to think the genius does not come from fixing problem, but preventing them from happening. So it is much better since we are informed from the world of spirit, we have the ability to prevent things, prevent negative happenings, and we're able to fuel, to energize with love and light those things that we want to manifest, to flow with it. Pull a few cards. See? The observer of the day is breathing, just breathing. Breathing is like to be more conscious of our breath. What the highest wisdom is not for you. There are certain things that are deniers, that are not for us. The things will come back. Right now there is this purification process, there is this integration process, there is this transcendental aspect. We'll return to certain things or some people will return into our life when it is the time. But what is not for us is like we have to accept that if God does prevent us from experiencing something, it's because it is for our highest good. There is something to learn before we can actually get what we really want. And that is really what we need to understand, is the isle of the treasure island, and it is coming, and this treasure island is coming, is going our way. What we need to do is my card of the day is about friendship. It's the tribe. We're connecting to new people that are going to join our tribe. This new grander tribe, people that are together will be a lot stronger. We will be dropped into this world, but when we find the soul connection, we find it's very comforting. And the outcome is flexibility, to remain flexible to what's going on in the present, although we continue to cultivate our plans. Well, I hope you're having a good day. Thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I thank you for your donations. I'm going to finish with a song. What else did I want to note? Yeah, well, there is a great deal of shifting this year. Huh? We have to be prepared. We have to be ready. So sometimes it's like well, we have to deal with whatever. There is always something to do in the present that can, or not to do in the present, or just to be in the receptive mode, but to do that can actually plant seeds. If you can't harvest the fruits, just plant seeds. If you already or nourish the ones that have already been planted, to take care of our inner gardens. So continue to cultivate your faith and trust, and because it's a time of doubt and introspection as well. For the past is still has not been integrated fully. So I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that went through my mind yesterday. I saw this movie that was so I saw it in Brussels when I was in Brussels. It's a movie that was kind of funny. It's called Yesterday. It's a guy it's a comedy. He goes into a coma. When he wakes up, the Beatles have never existed. So he puts back in his mind some of the songs of the Beatles and becomes a pop star from one day to the next. But this is about a broken relationship. It's a beautiful song that of Paul McCartney. So it's about a broken relationship. It's called Yesterday. It goes like this. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Hey, 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 yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Hey, 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 yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Beautiful song, Paul McCartney. For me, it's like I know where she left. She asked me to take her to the Maldives right now. I couldn't do it, and so she left with someone else. So it's like, yeah. and Spirit says you can't. Maybe in the future you might meet her again, and things will go different. It's like, well, sometimes it's like life is like throw you a curveball, huh, you know? And for the highest wisdom from the angel is the light, and continue to be the light, to follow the light, to stay light. Light is both light as in not heavy and also not dark. In French we have two different words, the same word in English. What is the highest wisdom is happiness. Continue to cultivate the happiness. If someone is not really willing to share that happiness with you, there are other people that can be available for that. Huh? What we need to understand is the liberation. We're going to be liberated. We're going to be free. What we need to do is to stay optimistic, to stay focused on the positive, and what the outcome will be work. It's going to be wonderful. There's a lot of work ahead, but it's going to be quite wonderful and fulfilling. For work is really how we fulfill it. There is a great deal of value in just the reward of serving, of creating something, of doing something. So it's important to do a work, to choose a work that is aligned with our highest good and highest joy. For it's like in the conversation with God. was Neil Donald Walsh, I think it was in his conversation. God says that find that the work has to be synonymous to joy. Once we understand that, as Confucius said that before, he was saying, well, find a work that you love to do, and then you'll never have to work again. So it's very important to eventually find a work that can provide the resources and also fulfill us with in a surrounding. Ask maybe a lot of people will have to change job or location this year. There's a lot of motion, a lot of evolution, and we're getting ready for really big change. So I hope you stay optimistic, you prepare for this freedom, and you cultivate happiness, and you already make your plans for the work you really want to do that will really fulfill you and provide a great service in the same time. I thank you very much. Wish you a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Salat.